Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So I'm trawling my way through the Blockdag AMA, the second AMA. I've got through about 25 minutes of it, okay? And the first sort of 10 minutes are about the X1 and X10 miners. And also they talk about how to mine and stuff like that. So they basically pad it out with a load of stuff. And then for another, I don't know, I think it was about 8 minutes or something like that, there was no sound and Anthony's screen kind of video went out. I mean, this is absolutely preposterous that they put this out there. They haven't bothered editing it or anything like that and cut it out. I mean, mistakes can, not mistakes, things can go wrong, okay? But it just shows how amateurish these guys are when they've taken $70 million of funding, okay? Now, let's get back to that. Now, they start talking about the X30 and X100 miners. So I'm going to play this, and I hope you can hear, actually. Let me just turn up the volume before I play it. Okay. Okay, so let's play this.
Okay, let's get on to the X30 and X100. Obviously, these are the more meaty miners, and in this case, they are real miners. So,
Yeah, so the X1 and X110, he basically admits that they're just engagement miners, a little bit like the Pi network. You press a button, there's no actual real mining, there's no actual computation going on.
I assure you that they're not proof of engagement. They're real ASIC miners. So, a little bit of history, and that's why I've got the two logos below them. Just again to set the scene so you understand where we're going. So Blockdag is effectively a combination or hybrid between a Bitcoin blockchain and a kaspa DAG. And that's obviously why we call it, it's called Blockdag. And we have the benefits of decentralization and security that we get from the Bitcoin network. And we have the speed and scalability from kaspa. So that's effectively what our blockchain is. So when that was conceived, part of that was looking at how we mine and the consensus mechanism. And the plan at that stage was that it was actually going to be a dual or hybrid consensus mechanism, which was partially based on Bitcoin in terms of SHA-256, and partially based on kaspa in terms of K heavy hash. And that's why some of the material that was on our website, etc., was all based off that premise. What it did mean is that we were going to have custom miners built for us. It was going to obviously, because they needed to mine two different coins, and we know that that's not possible with any single miner. So that was the plan, and that's why we started with the miners, because we knew that there was no miner out there that could mine both. So we would have to provide something that had that capacity. Excuse me. Over time, as we built the network and we've done more research into that, we made the decision a little while ago that that wasn't the right way to go, and that we should focus purely on Bitcoin from a protocol perspective. And we picked obviously the SHA-256 hashing for our mining. The result of that is that obviously now our miners and our network doesn't have K heavy hash, which means that the miners that we would have produced aren't necessary anymore. And I think when we started down this road, it sounded great. We thought, let's create a unique miner. It's going to be special. It's something different. It matches our network, and that's also because that's also a hybrid. So it sounded like a good idea. But the more we went into it, we realized that actually we're not a hardware company. We shouldn't really be doing that. And there were other technical and security reasons why that probably wasn't a good idea. So that's why that concept was dropped. And the result of that, obviously, is that the miners that we positioned on the website are not the miners that are relevant anymore. If you look at the hash rate at the time, because they were combo miners, they're a lot lower than the hash rate you'd expect to see for a pure Bitcoin miner. And that's a lot of the questions have been around that in terms of how can our X100 was rated at two terahash, which doesn't make sense. It's very, very, very underpowered compared with any Bitcoin miner that's out there today. So that was, and unfortunately, we didn't explain it well on the website either. So that's I take responsibility for that. So we should have been more clear. But I think this is that's why we're having this, is to clear these things up. So what I can say is we are going towards traditional SHA-256 miners. Um,
Okay, so the bottom line is they completely screwed up. Now, did they screw up? They probably didn't really look into this very much, and they just put a load of fluff, okay, on their products pages to make it sound interesting, exciting. Um, Most people aren't going to understand these terms like terahash. They just buy into this product when they see, oh, we're going to make your coin go up 100x and stuff like that. So they just filled it with basically word salad. Um, they've no idea what they were talking about. They've got nothing substantial in the background going on. Okay, now they may have now, or although actually they're admitting they're not a hardware company. They don't know anything basically. Okay, they've just got a company that's raised 70 million. Okay, and now they're sort of maybe trying to somehow become legitimate and open up and say, oh, we've made all these mistakes, but it's too late. Okay, so if you have a look at the Blockdag times 100 miner here, you've got all this information. So this is currently what is on the website. But if we listen to if we listen to Leo Wong, who's, I think he's based in Canada. Okay. But he's part of a team that investigates scams and stuff like that. So go check out his website and subscribe to him. First of all, give him some love. And let's just listen to what he's got to say when he did a review of Blockdag about 3 weeks ago. And if you have a look at what is on the wording here. So let's have a look. This is what was on the website, okay, before, about 3 weeks ago. And obviously in the past 6 months before that.
Read this right here. Using the SHA-256 algorithm, the X100 can also mine Bitcoin and kaspa. I'm sorry, what? Run that by me again. Okay. They're using one unit, one system to mine two completely different cryptocurrency systems. That's not feasible. That you cannot do that. Every experienced miner knows that it is not possible.
Okay, so it's highlighting there that it's not possible. So they've now changed their website. The trouble is the damage has been done. Okay. So many people have bought into this on the back of what they're saying here, that you could mine two coins at this I don't know if it says at the same time, but basically said he could mine two coins and it's impossible. So what has happened here is Blockdag have missold. All right. They've missold what they are selling. Okay. They gave the excuses that the miners were stuck in transit. So now they're saying, actually, these miners don't exist. Okay. So they're lying. Okay. They've been lying about these miners stuck in shipping. All right. So that's a straight forward lie. And they've been promoting these miners to be able to do a certain thing when they're incapable of doing that. So you've effectively been missold. It's like being sold a car that they say they can do 150 miles an hour, let's say. And then if you go to buy it because you wanted the car to do 150 miles an hour, but when you get it, it can actually only do 70 miles per hour. Okay. So then you'd be thinking, well, actually, I want my money back, wouldn't you? That's what you'd be saying. You want your money back. It says on the tin it can do this, but actually, in reality, it can't do what it says on the tin. Okay. And that's what we've got in this situation. All right. Uh, it says something on the tin, but it can't do what it's saying it can do. All right. So you've been missold. It's clear cut. Okay. You have been missold. Okay. The people behind Blockdag have completely missold this project. In other words, they've been fraudulent. Okay. Now they're trying to say Okay, it's not on purpose. I think that's what they're trying to get over. This is all a bit of an accident. You know, we tried this, it sounded all good and all of that. Yeah, they've overhyped it. Okay, they just want to get as much money in as possible. They said it could t times 100 your money and all of this. They've completely overhyped this product. Okay, use loads and loads of marketing because that's all they are. They're just a marketing firm with no product behind it at all. And they've completely lied to you and they've completely missold everybody. So everybody who has bought this product up to sort of now should be able to get their money back. Okay. Blockdag need to give you your money back. The trouble is that's going to be really difficult. Okay. Unless they've taken that money and invested it somewhere else and doubled the money something, they're going to have to pay, they should pay you back because you've been completely missold. Okay, you've been missold a product. Now, like I said, it's going to be very difficult to pay you back because think about all the Facebook marketing, all the YouTubers that they paid out, probably from this investment money to remarket this garbage. Okay, they've also now got a sponsorship with Borussia Dortmund. They've got a sponsorship with Inter Milan, which is supposed to be $10 million each. So if they've signed up to that, you know, I doubt they've handed over $10 million straight away. It'll probably be drip fed over several years if that's what they're saying. Um, but how are you going to get your money back if you spent half of it, okay, on sponsoring and advertising? So yeah, it doesn't look so good, this. Um, I'm gonna wait, go through the rest of this, okay, so you don't have to. But so far, this is proof that you have been missold and you should be able to get the money back. I would be emailing them. I'd be saying, listen, this is my wallet. I paid this. Give me my crypto back, okay? Because I've been missold, right? And we've got complete proof that you've been missold. And they've even admitted it in this video that the products that they put on their website were not a representation of what is now on offer, okay? So it's clear mis-selling, okay? You should be able to get your money back. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe.